You've been trying the fire. Well, tell me, did you come through and feel gold?
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This is Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Adams. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. His throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Hurts. Forced out, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Javon Kinlaw able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On play action, Lance. He's got Ayuk once again.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. No gain on the play.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Again, it's Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, you get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a one-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And Lance now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From just shy of midfield, Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and get them
fighting through it. He's got space. Touchdown, 49ers! Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
He covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
On first down, Hurts. And that's complete to Swain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for Seattle. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 29, Lance. And that'll be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Lance. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's swung out to Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Hurts. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one to Swain, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a play fake. Lance gets this one to use check. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes. Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, his
second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a first and goal at the 1.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Now Carson fumbles the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.